Let us start with the big question: what has changed so drastically in our daily lives that is impacting children's health? At first glance, the answer might seem to be the usual suspects: junk food, poor sleep, too much screen time. But if we look deeper, we find a web of hidden, often ignored, factors affecting our kids' health. These include the environments they live in, the emotional stress they're under, their exposure to synthetic chemicals, and even how we parent today compared to generations past. Let's talk about food. In 2025, the average child's diet has changed dramatically from what it was even a decade ago. Many kids today are consuming highly processed foods that are loaded with additives, sugars, artificial colors, and preservatives. These substances don't just reduce the nutritional value of meals, they actively disrupt a child's gut health. And as many parents are now learning, the gut is home to up to 70% of the immune system. If the gut is inflamed or the microbial balance is off, immunity drops. Kids start getting frequent infections, allergies, and even digestive or behavioral issues. A 2025 survey revealed that children aged 4 to 10 are consuming nearly twice as many processed snacks per day compared to 2015. Think of chips, flavored yogurts, sugary cereals, and colored drinks. These might be convenient, but they are nutrient-poor and immune-suppressing. To protect your child, it's essential to bring the focus back to whole, colorful, real foods. A plate that includes leafy greens, fresh fruits, clean proteins, and fermented items like kefir or yogurt is the foundation of long-lasting immunity. The overuse of antibiotics is another big player. Many children today receive multiple rounds of antibiotics by the time they turn 5. While these drugs are life-saving in serious infections, they're often prescribed unnecessarily for viral infections, where they're ineffective. Worse still, antibiotics wipe out both harmful and beneficial bacteria, leaving the gut microbiome damaged. This creates a ripple effect in the child's entire immune and digestive system, leading to long-term vulnerabilities. Instead of reaching for antibiotics first, many pediatricians now recommend supporting the immune system with rest, fluids, probiotics, and gentle remedies for mild illnesses. Now, let's touch on the topic of over-sanitization. It might sound counterintuitive in a post-pandemic world, but children today are not exposed to as much beneficial bacteria as in previous generations. Hand sanitizers, disinfectant wipes, antibacterial soaps, and germ-free environments are making it harder for their immune systems to develop properly. Think about this: the immune system is like a muscle, it needs exposure to train itself. Kids need to be exposed to a wide variety of microbes to develop a balanced immune response. That means more outdoor play, interaction with nature, and fewer chemical-based cleaning products in the home. Screen time, this one is huge. Kids today are exposed to digital screens more than ever before. It's not just TV or video games anymore, it's smartphones, tablets, online school, and endless entertainment platforms. This constant exposure disrupts their circadian rhythm, impacts brain development, and drastically reduces the amount of time they spend being physically active or sleeping deeply. Sleep, especially deep REM sleep, is when the body repairs and strengthens its immune system. With screen exposure pushing bedtime later and later, the immune system doesn't get the downtime it needs to function optimally. Moreover, screen addiction is linked with emotional issues, anxiety, irritability, social withdrawal, and even depression. When children are overstimulated with fast-moving visuals, it rewires how their brains process information and react to the world. That overstimulation translates to chronic stress in the body, and stress is one of the biggest immune suppressors there is. Speaking of stress, the emotional load kids carry today is heavier than we often realize. From academic pressures to family conflicts and exposure to disturbing news and social media, many children are in a constant low-grade stress state. Elevated cortisol, the stress hormone, depletes the immune response, making children more prone to getting sick. And unfortunately, emotional distress in kids often shows up in physical symptoms: headaches, tummy aches, fatigue, and frequent illnesses. Family connection, or the lack of it, is another piece of the puzzle. Many families are busier than ever, juggling work, chores, and digital distractions. But what kids need most, especially when they're under the weather, is attention and emotional safety. A child who feels seen, heard, and loved develops better emotional resilience and stronger immunity. In 2025, reconnecting with children through daily conversations, shared meals, and quality time can have a greater healing impact than any supplement. Another lesser-known but serious factor is environmental toxins. Kids are exposed to synthetic chemicals almost everywhere, in plastics, in household cleaners, in personal care products, even in the water they drink. Microplastics, phthalates, parabens, formaldehyde-releasing agents, these can all interfere with hormone balance and immune function. Children's bodies, being smaller and still developing, are particularly sensitive to these toxins. Switching to natural, fragrance-free products, filtering drinking water, and airing out the home regularly can drastically reduce this toxic load. Physical activity has taken a hit as well. The average child today spends more than 6 hours a day sitting. This sedentary lifestyle impacts lymph flow, circulation, and mood regulation, all of which are essential to immunity. Exercise isn't just about weight management. It's about movement activating internal systems, lymphatic drainage, oxygenation, detoxification. Encourage daily outdoor play, sports, dancing, or even just walking as a family. Movement is medicine, especially for a growing child. Sunlight is another natural healer often overlooked. Vitamin D, synthesized from sunlight, is crucial for immune regulation, yet many children are deficient due to indoor lifestyles and excessive sunscreen use. Spending even 20 to 30 minutes outside daily, preferably in the morning, can help reset circadian rhythms, lift mood, and support immune health. So, what can parents actually do with all this information? Here's a blueprint to start with. Begin by simplifying their diet. Choose foods you can pronounce and identify. Cook more meals at home. Use herbs and spices like turmeric, ginger, and garlic that naturally support immunity. Incorporate probiotics through food or supplements. Encourage your children to hydrate regularly, with water, not sugary drinks. Create routines that promote health, regular sleep, predictable mealtimes, daily physical activity. Make the home a safe emotional space. Encourage open conversations about feelings. Model stress management techniques like mindfulness, prayer, gratitude, and breathwork. These aren't just adult tools, they're kid-friendly and powerful. Let children be children. Let them play, imagine, create, and explore. Get rid of the mindset that constant busyness equals success. Kids need downtime, boredom, and nature. These aren't luxuries, they're foundations for health. And don't forget, parents, you are the biggest influence on your child's health. When kids see you eating well, taking breaks from screens, managing stress, and connecting meaningfully, they follow your example. Health is contagious, especially in the family dynamic. In conclusion, the rise in childhood illnesses in 2025 is a wake-up call. But it's also a chance to return to what we know works: nourishing food, quality sleep, movement, love, and nature. It's about removing the clutter, both physical and emotional, and building strong, resilient kids from the inside out. If this message resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with other parents, and subscribe to FabAnthonyHealthTips. Together, we can raise a healthier generation, one simple change at a time. See you in the next video, and stay well.